or good morning, depending on where you are. I'm not sure where everyone's going in my parking lot right now. All right, folks, be gone. Ooh, he was an ugly person. He was like angry at somebody arguing in his truck. Anywho, good morning, everybody. I know I have been all over the map the last couple of weeks. Had my son and his wife and my granddaughter at home, and so that's been a lot of fun. Trying to spend time with them and do my job. And then I started grad school my next semester yesterday night, and that was all sorts of fun in a barrel of monkeys and shit. So now I'm headed to work, trying to get onto a normal schedule again. Hey, what's going on, book club? Hey, Lucky. So I hope everyone else is enjoying. It's been a long time since we've had a baby in the house, so she's actually an amazingly good sleeper. And she wakes up very pleasant. And my daughter-in-law is laughing. She's like, yeah, this is a trick. She said she's so sweet, and then we're like, oh, we'll have another baby, and the next one comes out to be a Viking. And I couldn't disagree, because that's completely possible. Hey, Vision, what's going on? Anyone I missed? KP, hello, book club. Lucky, Scott. Hey, Oops, what's going on? Jim Ketchum, good to see you. Hello, hello. So, hey, Farmer, what's going on? So I know other channels have talked about this already, but what is China thinking? Like, how stupid this... Okay, let me give you some context, because I got like 30 things in my brain right now. So our friends in Wuhan, or whatever lab in that country, have decided, well, you know what, COVID wasn't a big enough pain in the ass, so let's go screw with it until we create a COVID that is really messed up. So what they wound up doing is they clipping HEB coupons. Oh, that's always a good idea. Digital coupons. I got locked out of my HEB app, Lucky. I'm quite salty about that. I don't know what I did. I need to take the time to fix it, I think, is the problem. But, so they've created a variant of the Rona that apparently kills you, or kills what they call humanized mice. So they bred the mice to replicate like a miniature human biology, and it's killing them within 8 days at an almost 100% rate. Like, it killed all the mice, except for like one or something. It was some amazingly nasty disease. And, but it attacks the brain. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, gang. Hey, Royal Lioness. Hey, Daryl. But Rona was a respiratory disease, right? It caused respiratory issues that caused your body to overreact and flood your lungs with white blood cell, hence difficulty breathing. And then if you already had high blood pressure, diabetes, your body went under stress and you keeled over. Hey, Astatine. Or you had other issues, right? Which is why Rona was very, very fatal to older folks, out of shape folks, diabetics, obese, stuff like that. It was, it really hurt certain demographics because of pre-existing issues. It did not attack your brain. So this Rona that this lab has come up with apparently starts making you lethargic. The mice started walking around hunched up and acting deformed. I don't know what the hell that means. And it's clots everywhere. Yeah. And the thing is just, and then it says before the mice passed away, their eyes went white, like they went cataract over. And then the next day they killed over. And so they had published a paper about this. A University of Genetics in London, hey Scott, read the report and then issued a statement to the public and back to Wuhan, basically saying, what the hell are you doing? Stop. Like, why are you even messing with this? We're still trying to figure out the data from the original Rona, and now you've created murder COVID. Like, you made murder Rona. What the hell are you thinking? Why are you doing that? And see, it's always this in the movies where people fuck up. Think about it, like Planet of the Apes, right? They were messing with these viruses to make the monkeys smart, and then the humans got the virus, and the monkeys became smart, and the humans died, right? And same thing in I Am Legend, right? Oh, we have a new medicine for cancer, and they gave people the medicine, and then they became the fucking chupacabra, and they killed each other. Why would you do this? Why would you make death COVID? Like, it was already a pain in the ass, and now you've made it into like the murder hornet of Ronas. Nobody wants that. Like, why would you want murder Rona? Hey, regional sky girl. Yeah, why do you want murder Rona? How stupid is this? Now, what scares me, to Lucky's point, was it in the last 6 months, was it 23andMe or one of the other like genetic companies got bought out by a Chinese company? And they now have all this genetic data about humanity from all over the freaking world because, you know, Sally and Joe wanted to, not Joe Morgan, but random Joe, wanted to see if they were 1/8 Neanderthal or 1/15 French or some shit. And now they have all this genetic data, but they're making murder Rona. That bothered. Are you following me down my little rabbit trail here? So yeah, let's collect all this genetic data about people all over the world. Then let's create murder Rona. Now, what scares me, what if they fine tune it and say, you know what, we're going to create a murder Rona that only affects certain people. Like, it only affects, you know, Puerto Ricans or black people or Americans or Filipinos or whatever. Or, you know, what the hell? The elite bunker's almost complete. Yeah, exactly. And then you have these guys making bunkers. Yeah, talking about disease X. Oh, and that's the other one. So the variant of murder Rona, and feel free to hashtag that shit all over the place. Just give me credit. Say yes, murder Rona. The name is G2XP7 or something like that. Like, it has an X in the middle of it. And in Davos, they're all talking about disease X. And actually, they're there right now. And I know this because one of my fraternity brothers lives in Switzerland. And he said, oh, the evil empire is in my country now, planning the next disaster for humanity. And he said it very straight-faced on our last conference call. It was a bunch of guys from college. We get together every blue moon. And he's like us. He's like, I'm not happy about this at all. He's not a fan of the people in Davos. But yeah, why are they doing with this? Stop screwing with these things. This is how bad shit happens. Oh, well, yeah, Joe, no, America's the evil corporation, not the evil empire. We're not very good at empiring anymore. We're very good at corporations, though, so we're the evil corporation. Come on, you got to get the word right, man. And Joe's like, man, leave me alone. I had too much. I had vodka yesterday. I can't, some broke the transport. I can't see, some of the comments got auto-grabbed by YouTube, and I can't see them. Hey, Tony. So yeah, in their brilliance, they've created the Darth Vader of COVID, and they're playing with it in the very same lab that everyone suspects leaked the first damn Rona in the first place. Not hungover. I took it easy last night. That's just dumb. Like, why would they do this? Hey, American Loretta, why would anyone screw with this stuff? Like, is it me? Does that sound like a bad idea? That's like, oh, look, an angry donkey in the field. Let me go and poke him with a stick and see what happens. What do you think's going to happen? After about the third poke, he's going to chase you and bite the shit out of you. It's about money and control. So obviously nothing we can do about it, but I'm just floored at the arrogance of people. Scientists playing God. You're going to meet God. They keep doing that shit. Are they still? I don't know if they're still trying to develop the God particle. You know what they're going to get? The devil particle. Seriously, they're going to do some shit and Satan's going to show up and be like, what's up, bitches? And he's going to kill everyone. I mean, is it just me? Hey, mama. Hey, Georgia Peach, what's going on? Thank you, Vision. Oh, this is so frustrating, y'all. It's like, why? Why are we doing this? They are the devil part. That's true, Joe. They are the devil particle. Why would people mess with this? Why would you make Rona? And something doesn't sound right because Rona hits your respiratory system, right? We all understood that. It's a SARS, it's a coronavirus. It's a SARS illness. So why is it attacking the brain now? Cole, don't do shots. Almost ate the vet. Then announced they did this as a thinly veiled threat to other countries. That's a very interesting hypothesis, Lucky, and that would be like, don't touch us because we'll give you murder Rona. We'll spray it on your people or some shit. That would be interesting. I wonder if that was kind of like a veiled threat to India, like we're gonna throw murder Rona on you. Well, Dan, that's exactly what I'm saying. Like, remember I Am Legend, not the original Omega Man, but the Will Smith one, I Am Legend, before Will Smith became a Momo, and his brain melted. Yeah, it was like, oh, we've created a new medicine to deal with, yes, World War Z. We've created a new medicine to deal with cancer, and we're going to give it to 5,000 people, and then the next thing you know, they all became the Chupacabra or vampires, whatever the hell they were, and they killed people. Someone pulled Lee Harvey Oswald on these fools. C19 doesn't exclusively attack respiratory. That's true. It does hurt other things. But I don't remember it going after the brain. That sounds more like an encephalitis. Because that's what like the encephalitis strings are known for, is going to the central nervous system, specifically the medulla and to the brain cell. Is into adrenochrome. I don't know. Will Smith has become an adrenochrome. Like, I don't know, the poor guy. I think he's like, he may be in the worst, hey Niels, he may be in the worst relationship ever. That poor guy, he looks awful. Like, when was the last time he actually made a good movie? Hey, friend of the people. Yeah, well, I've said it before, we're the carbon they want to reduce, right? So they had another report out. You know how they've been saying beef is bad for you, don't eat beef. And then they say, beef is bad, don't eat beef. And then they said, don't drink milk because it's bad, right? And what they're trying to do is get rid of proteins. So now they're saying drinking fruit juices causes fat in kids, like it causes kids to get heavy. And I'm like, well, how much fruit juice are you giving the kids? The kids shouldn't drink like a shit ton of juice. They should have like a glass or two in the morning. So what are they supposed to drink? They can't drink milk. They can't drink juice. So they're supposed to drink some kind of industrially created drink. Plain Mask is now... Yeah, so yeah, and to Vision's point, the Mirror Mask, very good product. Drink a tall glass of milk right now. Just feed the kids coffee and smokes. That's what they want. They want a whole generation of like ill children. And they want weak adults. They put estrogen in everything. It's just really weird what's going on. But yeah, you know, I read that article this morning and it's like, wow. It's, hold on a second here. I lost track of the... So, yeah. It's... Why are you messing with something and you made it worse? Oh, because the original fatality percentage wasn't sufficient. Let's make it into Satan's COVID and then that'll leak from a lab and then kill everybody. I mean, if China wants to reduce their population, that's a great way to do it, is go set murder Rona out on freaking Beijing, and then you'll have no people there because it'll all be passed away. I just, why, hey, Redleg, the stupid that happens in the world, it just blows my mind. So, yeah, and what's even worse is the Western universe, like other universities in England and in the US, are like, what the hell are you doing? They're actually issuing warnings from one university to the other. Like, that's a bad idea. What are you doing? So not everyone's on this evil plan page, but doggone, why would you mess with that? That just blows my mind. So, yeah, and now we can't drink juice because it makes kids fat. You know what makes kids fat? Send them out. When the little boys are being pains in the asses in the house, send them out to play. Don't give them an iPad, because then they don't use up their energy. They go to school and become shits, and then the teachers suffer. No, send them outside. My dad was like, when the street lights come on, get your ass home, because if I go find you, I'm going to smack you in the ass. So you came home. Other than that, he didn't want to see me in the house unless I was sick. No, and they don't. But yeah, folks, so another brilliant idea from our science community. Brilliant idea from our scientific community. And as an engineer, you know, I'm kind of embarrassed because, like, our job is to make sure people don't die, right? Like, I'm like, the bridge is not satisfactory. We must make a better bridge, because Johnny's bridge over there fucking collapsed and killed 50 people. So we don't do a Johnny bridge. We do a different bridge. And then we have these guys going, oh, well, we'll just screw with this known nasty virus to make it worse. And, oh, look, it killed all the sample mice. No, that's the opposite of good science. That's stupid. And again, like Lucky said, it may just be like a bunch of political hoorah. In any case, yeah, I did get an update. I spoke to my daughter. I got an update from her friends in Tel Aviv, Israel, because her last company, she's not working for them now, but they're all just fruit juice. It's inactivity. Oh yeah, play for real. I used to chase my kids out. They'd become shits in the house. I'd be like, do you boys need something to do? Go outside and pick up dog poop. I don't know. I'd find something to do. Roll up the hoses. We had like 200 feet of hose. And I would go out there and mess with it and make it into a big knot. And then I go, hey, you go roll that hose since you want to be pests. Right? By the time they unknotted the hose, he still remembers that, both my sons. It took them an hour to do that, of labor, to get the hose rolled up, just for me to go like 2 days later and kick it around again. But I'll tell you what, they burned up energy doing that. So there's ways for parents to be creative. Now, some good news, there is an increase in homeschooling across the U.S. I made the girls do poop patrol. Yes, that's what we called it, poop patrol. If they were pests, go poop patrol and get the Walmart bags or the little pooper scooper and go outside. And I'd wait. If they were shits, I'd wait till it was rain, and then I'd make them go out after, and everything was wet and nasty. Yeah, every now and then I go out, one of the boys is like, I'm like, that's what you get for not cleaning your room. Don't be pendejo next time. Now you can pick up caca. You know, it's good Lord. See, when I say things like that, I'm channeling my dad. Y'all, I wish he was still here where you can meet that man. Think of Red Foreman, or the old man from Gran Torino, the Korean War vet, but Puerto Rican. It was awful. Like, my childhood was such a hot mess because he was racist to everyone, especially other Puerto Ricans, which was even funnier. So, like, and one of his friends told me, you know, if your dad's racist, his Italian friend, if your dad's racist to everybody, then that kind of just makes him an asshole. Okay, that's fair. So yeah, that was my childhood. But anyway, I learned a lot from that old man, though. Let me tell you what. But in any case, folks, look, hey, random, welcome, pilgrim. There are few of you I missed. Wants to be outside more than inside, rain, sleet, or shine. Good, just get them the right jacket, Georgia, and send them out. And when it gets cold, you have to time them because they have no perception of frostbite either. Mama said a cooler outside, no excuse to come in. No, we got the water hose. Every now and then we get Kool-Aid, which was a treat. So I normally don't buy from Starbucks, but it's a Navy wife is running that Starbucks, so her Starbucks is okay. That gets a check mark. The other Starbucks suck, but except for the former Antifa girl runs another one. And like she got red pilled somewhere along the way because she's so not an Antifa anymore. And that's an interesting conversation every time I walk in there. But yeah, you use Starbucks. Well, it was too early for Kahlua. And besides, I did enough damage to my liver last week. Good Lord. I went out with some of the veterans group, and that it just ended badly. It always ends badly when I hang out with those fuckers. Anyway, so folks, look, not much we can do about murder Rona, right? But the arrogance of people, of our leaders and our academics just offends me. That's true. I think Pete's coffee is a little bit better. There is a PEET coffee, by the way, Pete coffee. So I'm assuming that's what you're referencing. You can't do much about the stupid of other people. Yeah, you'd think Tennessee. Well, we brought the wives. We thought the girls would kind of keep us in check, right? Because the guys tend to behave better with the girls. The girls got into sangria. They went downhill before we did. Like, we had to stop because we had to get them home. It just went downhill so quickly with the girls, and we're like, what the hell? Like, we were on beer 2, and both pitchers of sangria were gone, and there was that drunken giggling on the other end of the table, and the guys were like, well, I guess our night's done, because they have to go to work tomorrow too. So, yeah, that's what I should do. I should get my Marine Corps buddy Vince and get a couple of these guys and go and do a drunk live stream at the beer house. That'll just become a obscene tirade within about an hour. Need to call a timeout and reevaluate what's happening medically. Oh, hold on. So anyway, hey Loretta Hooch, how are you? So folks, look, there's not much we can do about these stupid people playing with murder Rona, right? I am happy to hear about more homeschooling, because I think we as a society need to do more of that. And if your kids go to public school, that's fine. Do what I do, or I did, and ask them what they learned every day and challenge it, and then send them back with all sorts of new things to tell the teacher. And then, of course, then one of your sons will call the English teacher a Marxist concubine, and you'll have to talk to the principal. And that was okay. I did not ground him for that, even though he got written up. And it was because he called her a concubine, not because he called her a Marxist. The principal was like, he actually made a very good argument until he called her a concubine. And I was like, he called the teacher a concubine. He said, yeah. I said, okay, was she dressed like a concubine? And the principal's like, I don't know, man. Your son called her a Marxist, and then she said something, he called her a concubine, and so it went downhill. So I can't complain, right? I taught him right. Now they challenge everything, but at least they question shit. So if you got your kids in public school, all hope is not lost. When they come home, challenge everything they've been taught. And if it looks stupid, tell them this is not right, and then tell the teacher it's not right. Talk to your teachers, by the way. Most of them want to do the right thing. Check out the movie 3, The Hard Way, starring Jim Brown. So actually, Regional Sky Girl, that's something I mentioned earlier, is that a Chinese company had bought, I think it was 23andMe. So now they have this big database of DNA, and they're creating a murder Rona. And that concerns me, is like, can you customize, which is completely conceivable, customize an illness for a specific demographic? and be like, oh, we're gonna get rid of Hispanics and Irish people or some shit like that, or target or create an illness and say we're gonna kill anyone of Polish descent. Right, an ethnic bioweapon. That's a great phrase, Daryl. So yeah, Sky Girl, that's always that's scary because illnesses will evolve and then it'll kill everyone anyway, and we'll all become chupacabras or zombies or whatever the hell those things were. So, but folks, yeah, watch what your universities are doing, and write to your Congress people and be like, hey, we don't need to be doing this shit. Now, granted, this isn't China, so we can't really write to anyone. Why we're subsidizing that shit, I'm not a fan of. So that's another one to write your Congress people about. And start with the local. Start with your House of Representatives and your senators. Don't even worry about the White House because they're all stupid there anyway. I would go with your House of Representatives and have them make a bunch of noise. Hey, Moldy Soldier, binge watching The Walking Dead. Vision, I'm on season 9, and then I got sidetracked, so I'm 3 seasons behind. That's actually, it gets interesting as you go further on. Just send them pictures of my junk. I don't know. You need to put a note with the junk pictures because otherwise they don't know what the deal is. Like, they're like, okay, great. What do you want, man? So the DNA collection. Oh, wait, hold on. Oops, the DNA collection. Claim no native and some who are near 50% native. Yeah, that's irony. That's funny. Yeah, it's scary, the timing of a lot of this. So for those of you who watched, it was an Angry Prepper now. As with his historian background, he's proposed that we are on the front end of a lot of geopolitical bad. And he was referencing other times in history, and he said it may or may not, it'll be like a 12-month window, depending which way things go. There was a Wall Street guy who said that we are at that point where, depending how the next year and a half go, it can become very profitable and benevolent for everyone, or we can wind up in a global conflict of some type. I don't think it's going to be like World War II where you have two sides fighting. I think it's going to be all regional shit all over the place. And it'll be really hard to track. Jericho's a great show. It was supposed to be 4 seasons, and they tried to cancel it incomplete. That's why the second season is shorter than the first, because they kind of brought everything to a conclusion with the first series of books. There's actually like 4 or 5 seasons. Like, it's a whole story, and it's a crying shame they didn't follow through with that. I bet if they did a new one today with new actors and actresses, I bet it would get traction with everything we've gone through. So in any case, folks, I just thought I'd throw that tidbit at you. This murder Rona is such a stupid idea. I can't even fathom this. In any case, look, hey, Canadian, you guys keep doing what you're doing. For 2024, let's keep it pragmatic. I love to talk geopolitics. I love to talk hypotheticals, but keep it practical. Stay on budget, get what you need. And if you're buying something, make sure it's not just for one specific purpose, right? If you buy, like, I don't know, you get something like, take a flashlight, for instance, right? Flashlight's great for a blackout. Also works for hurricanes, floods, tornadoes, zombie apocalypse, aliens, Cloverfield monster, etc., right? So that's one of those purchases that can be used in a variety. Yes, thank you, Vision. The fundamentals. I put that up on the screen, but I'm not on StreamYard. I tried to do that in a live stream. I blocked someone by accident. I had to go and unblock them. So I'm afraid to even touch the screen right now. But stay with fundamentals. Stay on budget. It's super important, because we don't know where the economy's going. We had a Wall Street analyst, and he does all algorithm-based stuff, right? And he's saying the economy might level off. It's going to suck for about 6 months, and it may level off. but you don't want to make a bad decision in case something unexpected happens and it goes the other way. You don't want to have a big debt profile. You want to be able to pay everything off. You can't pay it all off, that's fine. Minimize it, make sure your payments are on time, make sure your credit score is decent. Don't be late with payments. If you're gonna run behind because something has happened, start, how shall I say it? Negotiate with the bank or whatever the entity is and say, hey, I'd like to arrange a payment plan. So even if they run a credit check, it shows you're on a payment plan. And as long as you keep that, you should be okay. Where people get screwed is they fall behind, they don't pay certain bills, and then they don't reach out to the bank or whatever it is to work something out. And if you cold shoulder them, you ghost the company, they're just gonna steal stuff. But try to keep it as low as possible. Keep your bills on time if you can. Don't buy anything you don't need. If you have something you don't need, try to reuse it or sell it, trade it. You got a backpack, it's in good shape, you're not using, you could donate it to a school, you can sell it. Find a way to maximize everything you have. But in any case, guys, again, sorry I've been off grid for so long. It's just, with the family traveling around, we had work, end of year, beginning of year, all this stuff. Barter, yes. Vision, absolutely. And make sure, keep an eye on your communities. Everyone I'm seeing showing up here are Cuban and Venezuelan immigrants. And everyone I've spoken to is asking me why we're letting communists and terrorists into the country. Like, they're like, we don't want them here. That's why we came here, because we don't want them. So that is a good sign. And they've been very consistent. They're very different guys, young, old, men and women, all saying the same thing. So I'm happy to have them here, because those people think like me. So Chinese are now being seen crossing the Darien Gap. Oh, that could be bad. But anyway, folks, they're straight up lying to us about the strikes in Iraq, now trying to divert away from American troops or hit directly from Iran. I believe it. I believe it. Now, I'm hoping to go to meet Anthony Guerrero, who is a congressional candidate here in Texas. He's running on a closed border or secure border anti-Hamas platform. He's not a fan. And he and I have been in touch. He's one of our guys here in Texas. I'm hoping to have him on my show. I may be in a position where I'm going to meet him in person. We may live stream from somewhere at the same table. So that's going to be a lot of fun if I can pull that off. Our schedules are kind of screwed up right now. But in any case, folks, look, you guys be good, be safe, stay with your basics, save your money. Don't freak out. You hear something horrible. First question, is it going to affect me here today? If not, keep prepping the way you want to. I use this emoji a lot for you watching. Oh, that's nice. You got nobody around pipes cracked flood for oof. Sketchy people coming in where I work. Okay, see, we're not seeing as many sketchies here. We're actually seeing people who are like jumping into the community and going to the churches and getting driving jobs, and they're out there working with their families. So we lucked out over here. But they're getting all, we don't know who's in the country anymore, which is bad. But anyway, guys, be safe, be careful out there. There's a lot of great creators. All of my mods are creators, so make sure you follow them. If you got to play it back and go find their channels, do so. And folks, take care of each other and take care of your circle. Don't get caught flat-footed. Pay attention and be calm. Be careful, be calm, save your money. Not a time to freak out. Now's the time to be smart and try to do the right thing. You guys take care. We'll see you later.